Hello, everybody. Caleb here. Welcome back. Today is day 31. Um, as usual, it's been a bit since we last spoke. It's been around a week since our last video. Um, Currently, I'm recording this at like 11 o'clock at night. I'm not uploading this tonight. This is more than likely going to be uploaded the morning after. So, tomorrow morning is when you guys will be seeing this from when I'm uploading this. Um, yeah, I just figured I'd do this now while I have the time and while I have a silent moment and just upload it later. Um, uh, yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it, shall we? It's 11 o'clock at night. I probably shouldn't be wasting too much time. A little tired here. So, mm, what have I been up to since I've been gone? Well, job's been progressing forward and, moving forward and as jobs do. I've been going most of my time. Um, been moving forward there. Job's going good, going good. Could be going a little better, but that I'm gonna get into in a moment. But overall, not too bad, not too bad. Been pretty good, pretty okay. Um, School's been moving forward as well as school needs to do. Um, not been going the greatest, I'll say that. Not been going the best. Been finding it really hard to find time to do assignments in between jobs and all the other assignments that I have. In between my job and all the other assignments that I have to do, there's some specific assignments that I really need to catch up on. Some classes that I'm a little behind in. A lot more than I was last semester so far, but you know, we're pretty much all caught up now. We're okay. I just can't let that happen again. Um, uh, More about school in a second as well. You guys will see why once I actually get to that segment. Um, but moving past jobs in school, how have the job and my job in school? What about me? And how have I been doing? Well, uh, been doing okay. Okay. I wouldn't say doing amazingly 100% great. I've been having my down moments certainly within this past week, more so than usual times. I've been having quite a bit of down moments this week. But I finally got back in the gym yesterday. We're I'm doing everything that I can to try and get back in gear for go karting and getting myself back in shape because now with my job and everything and me making a pretty substantial amount of income now. That not to brag or anything. I swear that wasn't a brag, but you know now on the very we're very close to getting back to go karting, and I'm actually very close to finally contacting my mentor and telling and scheduling our next go karting date. I'm very close to doing that. I need about another 3, maybe 4 weeks here to save up. We'll see. Um, but we're very close to doing that. We're very close to getting back, and I'm trying to get back in the gym, get back in gear, and get back in shape for it because I need to be ready for whenever I get back in the seat again. Because I'll tell you one thing about go karts, they are very physically taxing and very mentally taxing. You have to be very prepared for it if you don't want to crash and burn, figurative and literal. Um, I want to be I want to train for at least 3-4 weeks. I would say is my goal prior to any go kart event, any go kart activity. That's my goal at least is to train for at least 3 to 4 weeks. That way, I know that I'm at least somewhat in shape or prepared for it. If I can, I'll try to make that more. I'm starting now because I want to start as soon as I can, and just like I said, really get in gear now. Now that we're finally back on the verge of doing it again. Been quite a few developments with F1 recently. Um, did I talk about Hamilton going to Ferrari last video? Oh Lord, I can't remember. Maybe I did. If I didn't, then I'll just say absolute shock. Was not expecting that, especially for this season. And that's not even the first of it. If I haven't talked about it earlier, that's not even the first of it. There's apparently rumors about Albon going to Red Bull again. I doubt that. And, now we have Christian Horner meeting with delegates and officials tomorrow to actually decide his future for some allegations where he may or may not be involved with Red Bull anymore. That's going to be interesting. And if, I don't know, whatever verdict if the verdict goes the bad way, this is going to throw some monkey wrenches into the season, man. 2024 is looking to be about one of the more interesting seasons yet. Oh, and I haven't even gotten into the livery reveals. Actually, I'm about to do that. One last thing, though, I do want to say. I'm sad Gunther Steiner is leaving from Haas. That's very, very sad. It's very terrible. We're going to be losing a lot of meme ability from that team. It sucks. It sucks that I won't be able to turn on F1 TV and just see Gunther in his usual glory there saying something, saying some comedic thing that breaks any tension. Because I loved Gunther on Drive to Survive, so I'm gonna miss him a whole lot. But yeah, and I want to get through this bit a little quick. The recent F1 livery reveals, I think, since I've been gone, Williams, Sauber, and Alpine have revealed. If I'm not missing any that may have revealed since the last time I recorded the video. Since the last time I recorded a video, they revealed I think that's it. So Williams, I really love the Williams livery. I just want to say that. It looks really clean, really sleek. I love it so much more than last year's, and they finally got rid of that strange bit of red that really didn't fit in with their team colors. I'm glad that they finally got rid of that and kind of kept it to a very big minimum. It looks so much cleaner, looks so much nicer this year. I love it. To me, it's actually the best of all the liveries that have been shown so far. Yes, that's even putting it above McLaren. I do like McLaren's, though. I do like McLaren's livery for this year. They finally got rid of the blue, which I'm glad about. I was really into the new blue on the McLaren when they first revealed it in 2022, but it kind of stopped growing on me like midway through last year, and I just stopped liking it. So I'm glad that they finally did away with it. It looks so much better with just the orange and black. So much better. Oh, geez, my voice, sorry. Looks so much better with just the orange and black. And then Sauber, or Steak, whatever you want to call it. I'm just calling them Sauber. Steak, whatever you want to call it. They revealed it's okay. The livery's okay. I like the neon green. It's a nice look on the car. I just wish that the biggest problem with so many of the F1 cars nowadays is just it's all carbon and very little paint anywhere, and if there is, it's just like 4 small stickers and not even big stickers. If it was just like one big, if the stickers that they put on for actual, color were bigger and took up more space, it wouldn't be that big of a problem if it was just a couple strips of carbon. But when the entire car is basically carbon, Alpine, I'll get into that in a moment, then it's a problem, and it ruins a lot of the feel and the look of the cars. And Sauber, I like the green, and the design actually is not too bad. I will say that. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I do kind of like it. It's just a little simplistic. It looks like an F1 My Team livery, as everybody's been kind of, stating online and everything. Every time you go into the comments on Instagram or wherever you go, it's just always F123 My Team livery. That's literally what they're saying. And I can't say that I don't agree with them. It looks exactly like something I would have created on F1 2020 way back in the day. Oh, way back in the day? That was only 4 years ago. Jeez. Why am I talking like 2020 was like 20 years ago? It was 4. Anyways, moving on past that. I just don't like the fact that they have the double stake logos on the side. It looks weird. Again, that also looks like a My Team livery, is when you have the repeating sponsors on the same side. They're not spread out. It looks weird that way. And the design is a little simplistic. The lines don't really go much of anywhere. It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look great. Don't even get me started on the race suits, though. I will never defend those race suits. Terrible. Horrible. Ugh. Just, I can't defend it. Oh, actually, hold on one second. I gotta pause. I will be right back. I think I see a bug. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. um, yeah, there was a bug on my wall. I had to get rid of it. I really need to stop leaving windows open in my house. I know it's cold outside and it's nice to let the draft in, but uh, yeah, that's a little much if there's bugs coming in. So I might need to stop and just, I don't know, turn on the fan if I want to feel cool or something. Anyways, moving on past that, it just, yeah, with the Sauber livery, it's okay. That's my overall take on it. Moving on to, oh, what was the other one? Why did I just forget? Alpine. Yeah, how could I forget? Alpine. Garbage livery. I can't. That's way too much carbon. There is so little stickers. So there is such little actual, paint and actual color on that car. And it's just, and the pink livery that they showed, I thought that was a joke at first. It is literally no different. Literally no different. It is the exact same car, just with a little bit more pink. There is literally just one sticker that's painted pink, and that's it. And I mean that literally. It's just, ugh, it's too much carbon. This is the problem when they go too far. When you start going too far with taking so much paint off the car and there's just carbon, it sacrifices the livery. It sacrifices the look of the car. It makes it look awful. The F1 really needs, like everybody's been calling for, F1 kind of really needs to mandate, some kind of rule about paint, because it's just starting to get terrible now. It's starting to sacrifice the look, the feel, and the personality of F1, if I'm being completely honest. This is coming from somebody who literally just got into the sport at the end of 2020, 2021. But it's really just ruining the personality of the cars, and it's getting harder and harder to identify them. They're all black cars now. All the cars are just painted black at this point, and there's very little actual color differentiation. Ferrari's been the only one that's been kind of trying to stay there, but even then they're starting to fall to it. I really hope that they change that around this year and they, set us on a good path with the SF24. Otherwise, yeah, the personality and paint schemes of F1 as we know it might be ruined forever. So yeah, that's just my take on the Alpine livery. Worst I've ever seen out of the 2020s, and I don't want to see it again. I really don't want to. I really don't want this to be a new norm. It just looks terrible, and there's such little personality in it. It's just, ugh. I could make an entire video on that car if I wanted to. Maybe one day I will. But yeah, moving on past that, moving on to what I've actually been hinting at for what I was hinting at the beginning of the video with job and school, and how I've been. In all honesty, been feeling just weirdly kind of really down lately. I've just been really down. I haven't been feeling the greatest. I think it's also a combination of stress and some anxieties that are coming over from my job because if you guys don't know, I have a different job title now. I'm now a restaurant host instead of a team member or whatever my job title was at my last one. I'm actually now a restaurant host, and I will say restaurant hosting is a lot more technical and more stress-inducing than I first gave it credit for. Like, I expected to come in just saying, oh, how hard could this be? You're just seating somebody, figure out what's available, what's not that hard. It's a little harder than it is. It's a little harder than you think. And also having to plan out for, like, reservations and, work around people that want their way and everything. And dealing with rush hour and everything. There's been so many worries every day I've gone into work that I think it's actually starting to kind of get to me now. Not to say that I hate my job. Absolute opposite. I love my job. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Like I said last video, wouldn't trade it for the world. I do not hate my job. I want to get that out of the way. I love my job. I'm glad I have it. I'm grateful for it. And I'm thankful that I managed to find it. And I'm thankful for all the people that I'm working with and have the opportunity to work with. I do not hate my job at all. This is just kind of me kind of complaining, and I'm sorry if this is like a section of the video you guys don't care about, or if I sound like I'm whining. I'm sorry, I just kind of feel like I need to get it off my chest, and that's kind of also what this channel is as well, among all the other things I've stated it's about, is a bit of an outlet for me whenever I feel like I can't really put it into anything else. Just stress and anxiety from that job has kind of really led into me feeling down, a little paranoid and anxious, more so than I was. And it's not even when I'm in work anymore, it's also outside of it. I feel a little more anxious about things. And I think also school is starting to do that too, especially today, because I took a test in algebra and I didn't do so hot on it, and you only get one attempt, so it put my grade down to a C. And I'm really hoping that I may have read something wrong, but I do believe somewhere, I think, and I say I think because I don't know for sure and I'm not going to put money on it, but I'm pretty sure that somewhere, maybe in the requirements of my scholarship that I have, one scholarship that I earned for college, I may have read it wrong or I may be misremembering it, but I do believe that I actually have to hold a B or a higher in class, in all my classes. And if there's a C, then that means I may get disqualified for it and I lose a good part of my financial aid. So that's also been kind of taxing on me today, and I think that's been contributing to kind of the down feeling, along with me, just really not being the greatest at math and kind of being frustrated with myself at not being able to understand what's in front of me, even though, who can understand algebra, in all honesty? Who can understand that? It's so confusing, and it's overall just kind of a really dumb form of math, regardless of, how much good it's done for the world. It's just so dumb and it's so confusing. It makes very little sense, especially to somebody who's not the best with numbers. But regardless of that, and I've also been kind of feeling down about the fact that my work ethic's been kind of in the gutter when it comes to school, because of, with having my job on the side and, coming home. I've been working some pretty long shifts longer than I've worked in my life. I'm working 30-hour weeks now, a little over 30-hour weeks now compared to what I was at my last job. Sorry if my voice doesn't crack, where I was lucky to even get to 20-hour weeks. This is a big step up, and, I know it's not an excuse. I know people out there deal with so much more than I do on a daily basis, but, just coming from somebody who's never experienced this before and, is just stepping into it now, I just gotta say it's starting to tax on me. And the fact that I've been getting so behind in school, and I just feel like I'm not there. I don't feel like I'm performing as much as a student as I want to. I'm not bringing everything to the table with school that I want to. I'm not putting myself out there. I'm not, making myself shine as much as I want to. And it's really just been that's been kind of a bit of a concern of mine, among the other worries as well. Just overall, just been really kind of down lately, and it's really not the best time, because this is when I'm trying to get back into gear for go-karting and get ready to, go. So now is when I kind of need to be more determined and inspired than ever, and, up and at it, and I'm kind of not, in all honesty. So I don't know where the fire went, but I'm going to have to look around and see if I can ignite it again, because I kind of need it now for go-karting. So we'll see. Maybe things will actually change by the end of this week. There have been nights where I've come home from work and I felt better than I ever have before, because I don't know, maybe I just performed well at work, and the fact that I'm even performing well at something at this juncture, given how things have been going in recent months, I think that's really been uh, my my brightest moments, and I think that's really where my happiness has been over these past few months, is, being able to perform well when I've been kind of slacking off for these past few months. And I know that's entirely my fault and I need to fix it, but just, finding happiness in the little things makes a whole lot of difference. And who knows? I mean, I'm going back to work tomorrow. I'm starting my next work week, so we'll see. And I've also got a special little VR headset as well, coming on Monday. So I have something to look forward to at the end of this work week, regardless of how it goes. And who knows, maybe just being able to play around with something new, have a new experience, and just, have a whole bunch of fun with it. Maybe that'll, really put me on the up and up. I'm hoping. We'll see. But in the meantime, I just have to search around and find that spark that's kind of went away over these past couple of months here. Yeah, that's gonna be enough of me whining and moaning and groaning and all that. Enough of me complaining. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. So, thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you all for listening to me. Just kind of just dump a whole bunch of complaints on you. Some of these just kind of sound like excuses that don't really need to be there and are entirely my fault, but something I gotta work on, among other things. But yeah, that's all from me. Thank you all so very much for watching. Appreciate your support. Hope you all are doing well. And until next time, stay safe, follow your dreams, keep pushing forward, all that good stuff. And yeah, till next time, see you in the next video, whenever that is, and hopefully it'll be a little more positive than this one. We'll see. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.